to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff again. Here's some daylight. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Run in the red zone. It's Pryor. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great job on the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Touchdown Gators! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Rolls his way ahead. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They give it back to him. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Caught, it's Wilson. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the red zone, it's Ball. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Gators. He got it, feet down in bounds. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Keelan Russell moves to his right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They'll run the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Russell. They're all over it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. In the backfield, it's Mays. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
2nd and long here. Handoff for Ball. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They'll take the penalty and move them back. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Jones wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it. They get the big pick.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Throwing Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. To the air, it's Russell. Still looking. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
How about that athleticism by the tight end, stretching out and diving to haul that pass in. Great play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keelan Russell. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's changing the play. Russell. Look out! He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Russell from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Pryor. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Now, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Jones to throw. Rolls right. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. On the draw, it's Pryor. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They need a huge play on third and long. The give to the back. He's got the first down. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those.
Caught, and he's got room. down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying to run, it's ball. Turning it on. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. The Gators are gonna call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't we try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From the gun, he'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the Miami University Redhawks. And it's the Jayhawks engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside Conference USA.
They'll test the right side.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Russell. Fires immediately. Breaks into the open. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Keelan Russell makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
To the air, it's Russell. Fires quickly. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the RPO, got it. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Jones wants to throw it. Looking left. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Russell. Rushes on. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, it's Pryor. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So we open the final period with a third down play. Here's a give the ball. There he goes. Discards him with the stiff arm. The 40. The 30, the 20, past the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the two-point conversion to tie things up. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Throwing Russell. It's complete on the right side. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Fourth down, Russell. Throws to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Gain of about 4 sets up a second and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Keelan Russell. Still looking to his right. He's going to take off. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Russell. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. Russell will throw for it on 4th. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
This time, they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Straight ahead, it's Pryor. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has